Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Angel, Season 2, Episode 15. So the last episode that I watched in the Slay Alive watch order was Buffy, and what a wild episode that was, focused in on Spike and Buffy and their relationship, or lack of relationship. Spike's obsession with Buffy, that was the focus. And we had Drusilla show up, which was just so awesome. We've had some amazing episodes with Drew this season. Honestly, just so great. And now having her cross over into Sunnydale, that was just an amazing appearance. Is she going to be back in LA for this episode? I'm not sure. It would be great if she shows up again after having been rejected and almost killed by Spike. But we'll see. I have no idea what we're in store for. As always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reaction, that is up on Patreon along with future episodes of Buffy and Angel. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description down below. Let's just get right into it. Angel, Season 2, Episode 15.
You Denver?
No other cat but me. A vampire wanting to slay a demon?
Oh, heck, this guy from Episode 2.
There's an entire hotel here just full of tortured souls who could really use your help.
I still thought that demon was such a good one-off villain.
You've been doing stellar work, Lindsay. Don't think this ain't your partner.
Goodbye, Palpatine. You will be missed.
People are going to die.
I just can't seem to care.
Man, this season has had some amazing episodes. It seriously has.
This job is making me crazy.
I know the feeling.
Angel, be careful, Angel. Be careful what you're turning into. Where is this? What the? Full-on horror movie vibes. Let there be light. Oh, not what I was expecting.
Ensure all troughs are securely fastened and sacrifices tilted
Oh, what?
to ensure full drainage into sacred offering.
What animal sacrifice is this?
Using a clean diagonal motion, slit throat of sacrifice with the pre-blessed ceremonial dagger provided.
Do these guys have any idea what they're doing?
Give me instructions. You know,
Sorry to interrupt.
Ceremonial dagger?
so sue me. Or better yet, have your bosses do it. Building's owned by Wolfram and Hart, right?
Is it?
What do you want?
I want to know what they're having you worship.
That's none of your business.
He'll make it his business.
Me?
Holy.
Sacrifice has got to be done by midnight or something out there's gonna get real pissed off.
I mean, Angel himself is pissed off. I'm telling you, man, he's indulging too much into his rage and his Angela side.
I don't see anything.
Not to trace.
Oh, good, they took care of her eye. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And this should come back in before you know it.
What?
I meant the hair.
The poor mom is traumatized. That better not grow back.
Guess what we do?
Kind of a mission.
No, I mean, we can't thank you. And we can't pay you either.
What?
This bill, it's ridiculous.
What?
What do you mean? We didn't even charge you for the mandrake.
My husband says it's outrageous.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? After they do the work?
To have a third eye grow on the back of one's head, that obviously you people are running some sort of scam.
Excuse me, lady? Are you insane?
The back of your kid's head was blinking.
No, that's a go.
Really?
While they're indulging their denial, we have bills to pay.
Yes, I know. I do not agree with just letting this go, man. There's gotta be something they can do.
Got a feeling I'll do more good there than sitting around here with you two.
It's LA. The evil's probably just tied up in traffic or something.
That's a good line, especially considering it's LA. Are you stressed again today?
So is everyone else. Look at them. It's like they've had the fear of God would probably be the wrong.
True. Fear of Satan.
How we could pump up our portfolios more Friday.
Do we pass a review?
You really think a few last-minute dark rites and rituals are going to make a difference?
See, Lindsay is so accepting of death. It's just like when Darla almost killed him.
Pulled her firstborn out of company daycare to offer it up to Brown Noser.
Jeez.
We'll stand on our record. It's the only thing we got.
Then we're dead.
Yeah, your record is bad. Bald Palpatine is so upset with you guys.
Even vampires as strong as Darla and Drusilla need time to recover from something like that.
It'd be just like them to pop up now.
I hope they do.
Prayers, the rituals, they're too generic for that. Boilerplate.
Maybe they're just trying to make it rain. Why is this so important to you?
Come on, Kate, take this seriously.
At the very least, they're butchering animals without a permit. You can get them on.
I can't get them on anything, Angel. I'm on desk duty pending the hearing on Friday.
Oh, dang, she's in trouble.
He's blaming me for granting access to some lunatic who broke into his office and beat the ever-holy crap out of him.
Oh, shoot. That's why she's so upset.
Setting them loose on the streets.
And I'm sure once I explain that to Internal Affairs, this will all just go away.
Dang, the consequences.
And I'm a cop. That is all I've ever... I can't take a suspension. I would just...
Maybe she needs to go independent. Join Angel's company. You know, assuming it comes back together.
The victims were locked in that wine cellar with their attackers, and I think I am done helping you now.
Oh, dang. She knows it was him. I mean, no wonder she's acting colder towards him. I get it. Because I was going to say, I thought they were kind of closer after the last few episodes. Is it Darla? It's Darla. Watch.
How do you feel?
I knew it. I knew it. Of course.
Drusilla, she came to me. Remember I told you?
She's gone.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Hopefully soon.
It's cold.
Only way to keep it fresh.
Not the only way. Always take a shower when you come back from that place. You're never dirty.
I'm always dirty.
That's a meaningful line. I like how she rolls her eyes at that, like, oh gosh, here we go with your conscience. Someone's being a little nosy. Although Freud would say Lindsay did that on purpose.
Something's coming.
I thought it was just the complimentary nachos bringing in the morally ambiguous crowd.
I mean, complimentary nachos, I'd probably come to this place.
I really can't divulge to you what I read in another being. But I can tell you what I overheard in the men's restroom.
Okay, good.
I think the general angst is not so much about the review, but more about the reviewer.
Who is?
Let's just say it ain't Rex Reed.
What is it?
Who's Rex Reed?
Now that I say it out loud, it sounds an awful lot like Rex, doesn't it?
Maybe you could just tell me in one word what it is.
Yeah, be specific.
But I can tell you in two.
Okay, what?
Senior partner.
What? That doesn't exactly clear things up. Am I missing something?
I need more.
Yes, okay.
Stopping those won't prevent it from passing into our world on Friday.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
Most anything that can manifest in order to move in this dimension can be killed.
True.
That and the so-called musicals of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Well, you don't like Phantom of the Opera?
I picked it up from half a dozen of them tonight.
What does it mean?
Could be the source. Who knows? Now stop pestering me.
At least he got some good information.
Oh, I am picking up one other thing. They'd really like to see you dead.
Well, that goes without saying. Come on, come on. Dirty looks. Try it. Try it, lawyers. It sucks, though, when the place you go to sing karaoke and drink, there's still haters even there, right? It's like, where do you go after work? What could a senior partner be? Some demonic force, right?
Good lord.
Angel,
Hello.
That area's for employees only. Took all the books.
you got the waffle iron.
It's like a divorce.
I'm in the middle of it. Here, take this one.
Don't make me move you.
Dang.
Give him the book, Cordelia.
Dang.
Just give him the damn thing. Let him get the hell out.
So sad seeing them like
I don't even know what you are anymore.
I'm a vampire. Look it up.
Wesley was honestly worried.
In a way, it would be better for everyone. Better for him because he'd get some. And
Look how shaken Wesley is.
Cordelia, ambulance.
Oh, what? Oh, gosh, that's what's going on. Shoot. I thought he was worried about Angel.
You've withdrawn from the stabilizing influence of your fellow officers.
Were they stabilizing?
But you can't seem to give an explanation as to why. He was a respected veteran of this department.
He was also corrupt.
You were the one who discovered his body after he was murdered, is that right? And the case was never solved?
Are they going to cut her some slack because of this?
Available to you psychological counseling at the city's expense as part of your severance.
This is so brutal for her, man. What is she supposed to do?
Idea what is going on in this city.
Is this the part where you start to talk about monsters? We'll need your gun in your back.
What is she going to do? She has to join Angel. What else is she going to do? Just go independent. Become a private eye.
Just glad your father's not around to see this.
Oh, don't give me that. What a nasty comment to say.
I don't believe it. You know, you changed my life that day.
For the better?
Figured if something like that could happen, there really must be good in the world.
Oh, wow, look at that.
A band of black and simple thing playing, you wouldn't give it a second glance in a pawn.
Looks like the One Ring.
Can anyone use this ring? Well, will it get me back to the home office or wherever it came from?
You're insane.
I mean, Angel is a little bit insane.
Office probably is.
Hell?
Hell.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to go to hell?
To kill some demons.
Try to go down there and destroy the whole lot of them, aren't you? That'd certainly make up for the time.
Were you John Constantine?
You'd be looking at the one guy who can tell you how.
Okay, say it.
Kill the Klainak and get the ring. You need the glove.
Okay, now.
Which glove?
And whoever wore this glove could kill the Klainak.
And you have the glove?
The throat.
Okay, dang.
Sale in Covina. Been using it as an oven mitt. Things are gonna go.
Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh, really?
that's right, Angelus.
Holy. No, 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 no. Oh, Darla.
We'll get to the vengeance part soon.
That poor guy, man. I was so happy he turned his life around. And now you lost the glove. Oh, gosh, man. You're lucky Drew didn't try to kill you right there, man.
You were strapped to a sacrificial altar while the goddess Yeska was called forth from the nether regions to consume you.
Yeah, quite a meet cute.
I can handle the guns. Kinda makes it all a little too real, you know.
I mean, it's all real. It's all life and death, right?
The gun was fired by a zombie, if it makes you feel any better.
He's like a normal thug, not scary. Michael Myers, it's cool. He is just worried for him.
They don't have to wrap themselves in bandages to keep their insides from falling out. I don't suppose you'd ever consider
Different career.
maybe giving it up, something else.
It's almost like he's a cop.
But sometimes I feel like I should be wrapped in bandages to keep my insides from falling out.
They really have a great
It's
relationship.
difficult for you, isn't it?
Of course.
I just don't like to see you hurt.
I mean, breaking up with me.
She's breaking up with him? Really? Right, said they had a good relationship? Really? I thought she was just saying it's hard because she's worried about him. Not that it's over. But maybe Wesley's right. Maybe he realizes what she's thinking. That's crazy. If there's ever a day you need a drink after, Kate's day. So much for your bodyguards.
You guys were wasting money.
I got a lot anymore, Lila.
It's not safe.
Nora is
I
here.
want the same thing from you that I took from Lindsay.
Really? Still hurt? Dang, she noticed that. She noticed that. She's gonna use that.
Good evening. Criminal investigation.
What was that?
What in God's name is age for Lila?
There are just some names I'm not saying at the moment.
Oh.
I'm not really feeling that great.
Oh, well, your guts opened up.
Thinking maybe I'd not come in tomorrow.
Yeah, business has been slow.
No, you should stay home. Spend time with Virginia.
No.
Young, single, Friday night in the city of angel flowers.
No, because then I'd actually have to have some friends.
Wesley counts as a friend.
It's not true.
You don't count.
Why not?
Things are gonna get better, Cordelia, for all of us.
It's almost like Wesley has to tell himself that.
I'll call you tomorrow. See how you're feeling.
That'd be nice.
What's gonna happen?
Oh, jeez, Wesley.
It's not Wesley. Who is it?
Hello.
Ms. Chase.
Oh, this lady.
It's not like we offer a money-back guarantee.
You didn't give us the money, yeah.
No, that's great. You're on my way home. You ever take...
No. This is a trap.
Will you give me the address again? Great. I'll see you soon.
What? What's going on?
One of them is on their way.
Of course. Not only does she not pay them, she betrays them. It's like, go figure. Oh, dang. Karma, I guess. Look at that guy's expression. He's like... Oh, Bald Palpatine. Hello. Sponsored by Keeps. Wolfman Heart.
We'll find it. Deal with it.
Oh no, what's missing?
Someone just let a vampire onto this floor.
Lindsay, you know who that is. Just in time for the party. Dang. Right where he was injured. Careful, man. How do you even blend in here? I guess they're not noticing you. Wow. Dang, that was smart, Angel. Who is it? Senior partner? Oh, dang. That is quite a fall. But the ring, he got the ring. What an epic move, Angel. Are you really gonna go now? Okay. Who is it? Who was it? Oh. What?
Congratulations.
Palpatine didn't die? How?
Holland Manors.
Not alive.
I'm quite dead.
Oh.
Hop on in. You certainly earned it.
He's immortal? What the?
Not a ghost either. No, it's just me. Dead me.
How?
See? Home office, wasn't it?
Oh, he already got there to hell?
If there are no objections, I suggest we get going. It's rather a long ride.
Is he in hell right now? This is so creepy.
Oh, this is exciting, isn't it?
Kind of, actually.
But I meant in the larger sense.
In the larger sense, I really don't give a crap.
You got the tiniest bit of give a crap left.
He does have some left.
The apocalypse.
Apocalypse, of course. Another one of those.
There's more than one, always.
People you save from that apocalypse would then have the next one to look forward to. It's always something, isn't it?
That's true, it is always something. So he's literally going to hell. I mean, he's been there before.
Of course we are.
What?
We have no intention of doing anything so prosaic.
So then what do you want to do?
See, for us, there is no fight.
What do you mean?
When the very first caveman clubbed his neighbor.
Cain and Abel.
It's because of it.
That's such an interesting and pretty depressing thought. Who is it?
Welcome to the home office.
Same place?
I see, if there wasn't evil in every single one of them out there, there wouldn't be people.
Wait, so Earth is the home office? That's the twist?
Have a nice day.
So the elevator ride is just a troll to bring you back to where you came from? Kind of a cruel prank, no? Everyone's just, I mean, this is such a sad episode for everyone.
You made me trust you.
What?
You made me believe.
How much did she take?
No, it wasn't you. It was me, right? I couldn't take the heat.
She needs help.
What do you want, darling? You want this?
Probably. Really? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no way. I have chills, man. I mean, this is all she ever wanted.
Cold.
Hey, now she's worried. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Will he turn to Angelus, though, if he has sex with her? Like, full on? He's back. He's back. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Wow. So that is Angel Season 2, Episode 15. I mean, it's finally happened. And wow, what an insane turn of events for this season of the show. I mean, where do I even begin to break this down? I just feel like there were so many things happening this whole episode, but credit to the episode. At the same time, it didn't feel like overstuffed or overcrowded. I just feel like we were addressing a lot of different things going on with many of the different characters, with arcs that have kind of been set up for quite some time. But hopefully I'm not rambling and jumping way too much all over the place. Hopefully there's some structure to this breakdown. Probably won't be much, but I mean, the opening of the episode I liked, right? We have Angel obviously beginning his mission. And I just feel like the way he handled those guys, you know, just shoving them up against the wall, like using all his brute strength. Not that that isn't something Angel could do for a just cause, but just the violence that he uses and just even the tone of his voice in that scene made me be like, that's a little bit of Angelus right there. And it's just a perfect opening scene to kind of set up the main storyline of this episode, but also thematically to kind of set up the turn of Angel towards the dark, which I'm 99% positive is what happened, right? Angelus is back after that insane ending scene, which I'll get to, obviously. But we have, you know, Cordy, and I'm glad they continue that storyline that we had with the girl with that really creepy eye in the back of her head, and unbelievably, although I guess believably, because there are people like this in the real world as well as in the Buffyverse, but this lady, after getting her daughter saved from this just horrible condition, is complaining about the bill and is like, you know what? Let's pay nothing, you know? And it's interesting to see the way the different characters handled it. I mean, I'm definitely more on the side of, like, Cordy and Gunn being like, what? Like, people don't just change their minds. And, you know, the type of person who's going to rip you off and not pay the bill is very, very rarely the type of person who's going to come back and then later pay what you're owed. But, you know, Wesley was probably right that they just didn't want to admit how close their daughter was to a horrible fate. But come on, is that really how you show thanks for someone saving your child? That's just insanity. Come on. But then we had, you know, kind of a really interesting scene and a sad scene where Angel came back, stormed into the office to get what he wants, you know, to get the book. And we see a brief interaction with Wesley and Cordy and Angel, and just the distance between them, the coldness that Angel kind of showed towards them. And just, it's like, these are the same friends who were like fighting for each other's lives. Like, I just keep thinking of the season 1 finale of like how hard Angel fought for Cordy and how he was there for her when she was suffering in the hospital bed. And now just to see the distance between them and the just ice cold winter in all of their relationships and connection. It's hard to watch, you know what I mean? But it is believable given the events that we've seen through this season. Like, I don't think it's a forced drama, which I really appreciate, you know? Like, things have turned bad, and that sometimes happens even in really close friendships, right? And I like how Wesley in that scene stood up for Cordy, even though it did obviously lead to him reopening his stitches, which then, side note with Wesley, you know, and his girlfriend, you know, I thought it was a really touching scene. You know, I was watching the two of them, you know, it just reminded me of like a cop movie or something like that, where someone works a dangerous job and they come home every day to a partner who is really worried and wishes maybe they could work, you know, fight the good fight, but in a way that doesn't endanger themselves, someone that they care about and love so deeply. But Wesley's like, you're breaking up with me, essentially. And it seems like that is what's going on. I mean, that makes me sad. I was kind of cool how she was in the show more. You know, I was like, oh, I thought that she'd just be kind of a one-off character, and Wesley just had this kind of funny moment. They had a connection in that episode, but it wasn't something that we were going to see more of in the future. But no, like, she showed up many episodes. She seemed really cool and supportive, even though she was a little bit separate from the team, obviously. But that's totally okay. But no, I guess that's just something she can't handle, you know, and look, she's had a very difficult life herself, so maybe she just can't take any more concern or instability in her romantic relationship as much as she actually cares about Wesley. But I can't help but feel bad about Wesley. And speaking of feeling bad, man, Kate is in really, really bad shape. I mean, she got fired, right? And her whole identity is kind of wrapped up in being a police officer, and she's worked so hard. And not only has she worked so hard, but since we've seen her, especially since she's been working with Angel, I feel like she's never really been accepted by her colleagues. So she's always kind of been this hard worker who's on her own in a certain sense, almost like isolated from the other police around her, whether it's because they're jealous or because they don't believe, they think she's crazy just believing in vampires and monsters, which, she has seen enough of to know are real. But it's just brutal to see that, and to see her fresh off the loss of her father. I definitely do appreciate the continuity too, that the consequences of the previous episode of Angel, are coming to a head, and that's why Kate loses her position as a cop. And also, just the buildup of the grief that has never fully been processed of having lost her father. And I'm sure that grief is complicated too, because her father, as we know, was not exactly a stellar individual, but still her dad, and still a cop, and still someone that she wanted to be proud of. I'm sure she just, she always wanted her dad to accept her as a good police officer. So it just makes that scene particularly painful. And then, like, seeing her calling up Angel at the end. I mean, I'm jumping all over the place, like I said I would. I also like kind of the callback to episode 2 of this season, where we see that character that we saw, that Angel kind of threatened. And it's so cool and so awesome how he changed his life. Like, that encounter with a vampire inspired him, gave him faith. And I feel like that ties into kind of one of the big themes of this episode as well, which I'll touch on a little bit later. But it was so great to see his character, how much he's changed, how helpful he was to Angel. And then as he's thanking Angel for helping change his life, turn him to the light, he gets stabbed, killed. I mean, it's just brutal and surprising, and such a Darla move, And that was just harsh and cold, and she is out for revenge, although she did say the revenge was coming later. But then we have Angel crashing the party, doing what he does best, holding Lila hostage. I like how Lila is like, first she gets threatened by Angel in the parking lot, and then she hires 2 bodyguards, and then he just knocks them out immediately. She's like, oh, knew it was a waste of money. I don't know. Like I've said multiple times, seeing Lila like frustrated and stressed out, maybe it's something I can relate to at work or something. I don't know what it is, but I like that, seeing a villain character like continuously stressed out and like trying to do all these things in an office type setting. But then, Angel fights. He attacks the new senior partner, right? Thanks to, by the way, we did get to see a good little moment with the host, who thankfully gave Angel all this useful information. He's a cool guy. I like the character. He's steered Angel in a very wrong direction a couple of times, but he's trying his best. He's cool. I like his vibe, and it's just he did help Angel with so much intel this time when he didn't necessarily have to give that. I think they've definitely gotten closer ever since the two of them saved the world together. But anyways, Angel is able to use the glove, jump through the window in an epic scene, and then in a really cool kind of trippy scene, we have Angel talking to Palpatine. He gets the ring, he rides on the elevator, and that conversation was just so interesting, right? I'm very glad. For a second I thought it was some like plot reveal that, oh, Palpatine didn't get killed by Darla somehow, maybe it was all part of his big plan. And I was kind of thinking, like, do I like that? I mean, I really liked his character as a villain, but it just kind of cheapened the moment where Darla killed him. It was such a great scene, but it didn't. Obviously, it didn't do that. We just get to have that actor who I really like back in kind of this chilling scene as he takes him down the elevator to hell, right? But the twist, the home office is Earth. And that was so, I mean, that's rough, right? And that's really the final thing, the final straw that broke Angel's faith in humanity, his hope, and turned him to embrace his nihilism, right? And it's just, I mean, it's so depressing. This episode is such a downer and such a take the hope right out of you. And I feel like it's wrestling with one of the key questions that Angel, the whole show, deals with. And it's like, I feel like it's a twofold question. Like, if you've done horrible things in your life, can you ever be redeemed? And I feel like that's the specific angle with the character of Angel, but then there's the broader question of humanity. Humans have done so many horrible things and are capable of so many evil things. Can humanity itself be redeemed, or are we kind of doomed in this cycle of flaws and selfishness and violence? And this episode did not exactly have the hopeful look. But before that kind of final moment, just the conversation between Palpatine and Angel regarding evil and the apocalypse was very interesting as well. I really like how Palpatine was like, we've always been around. Like, since the first caveman fighting, right? Since Cain and Abel, essentially, if you want to go biblical references here. But it's like, there's no specific law for him. Like, Angel, you're fighting to win. There is no absolute victory against evil. Evil is always around as long as there are humans around. And that is kind of just the depressing truth. But I just thought that that was such a well-written scene. And you could see how the weight of those words was just tearing Angel apart, because he knows there's truth in what is being said. And then the final punchline was just when the elevator doors open. I still think it's a bit of a troll that the elevator had to sink down if they're already at their destination, but I'll forgive that. It's for dramatic effect. But the reveal is that home office is Earth. And that is truly what just broke Angel, you know. And then in a really chilling series of scenes, we have Angel go back to the hotel, right? His headquarters, but also a place that is very meaningful, because that is the place where Angel really turned his back, as we saw, and left people to die and despaired that humans could be better people. You know, that was such a critical episode that has been referenced, and I really appreciate how it's been referenced multiple times this season. But I feel like it matters. That location is very significant for Angel to come back. But he hears Kate. You know, I don't know how many pills she took, how much she's been drinking, but she's in bad shape. And she's essentially being like, it's your fault that I'm at this rock bottom, this low place. Do you even care? Do you even feel bad? And that's just like if the last straw was Angel realizing that home office was Earth, that was like the last half straw, just a little extra, little tiny whiff of air that pushed him fully into the abyss, because he couldn't handle that. Obviously, he feels guilty. Obviously, he cares about Kate. I feel like the burden of his guilt and his despair just has fully him to be like just full nihilism, full like, fuck it, I don't care about anything. Let me give in to my desires. Like, I'm in the cold. I want to feel something. And it's just, it's done so beautifully. It's such a beautiful tragedy for that to be the singular moment to finally make Angel snap. They've been building to this moment for the past several episodes as well, which is good. It feels organic and gradual. And like I said, I feel like they did a really good job of making it believably justifiable that Angel would kind of isolate himself from the others, you know, telling himself like, no, I've been doing this. I've been getting harsh because I'm down to business. I need to stop Darla and Drusilla at all costs. But I feel like even if he wouldn't admit it to himself, ever since that moment when Darla was turned back into a vampire, he's kind of been embracing that darker side for other reasons, more than just pragmatic ones. But then we have a great scene, you know, where Darla and Angel finally get it on. They finally get back together. And what I liked about that scene is at first, Drusilla is laughing at him. I mean, Darla is laughing at him, but then Angel shoves her. And there's a look, like Darla looks scared. And it's like, if Darla, this horrible demon, this legendary demon of evil who lived long before Angelus, if she is fearful of the potential evil, the potential rage that Angel, he's not even fully Angelus yet, is capable of, you know, that just says so much about his potential for true darkness. I mean, I keep referencing it over and over, but it's just words that stuck with me, where the Master referenced Angelus as like the most terrible or evil vampire he ever knew. So I feel like that was no exaggeration. That is the evil that Angel is capable of. And then, of course, final moments of the episode, it looks like Angelus has fully returned. But I just think it's so important that that was a choice that Angel made himself. It wasn't a trick like we saw in Eternity, and also his actions around Darla, that was still him with a soul making that choice. And it just makes it so much more tragic and, like, what now? What now? I don't know. That was such an excellent episode. A very sad episode, very depressing episode. An episode that really did put us as the audience in Angel's shoes, where like every moment felt like there was no hope and it was despair. And that's such a perfect feeling to carry over for the runtime of this whole episode, in an episode where the protagonist ends up giving into despair in the final moments. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens next in this show. I really, really can't. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know if you loved this episode as much as I did. This is definitely a top episode for me of Angel so far. As always, the full reaction is on Patreon, along with future reactions of both Buffy and Angel. And as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.